With respect, I don't think there's anything brewing in River State. I think the shenanigan is just continuing. The other day, when the lawmakers said they were going to probe what was happening in River State, I knew it was a joke, it was a ruse. There was nothing there. They just wanted to act in such a way so that people would say, they're doing something. They cannot probe Ibas. It happened under a state of emergency, which was an aberration as orchestrated by President Tinubu. And now Nyesom Wike has also said, okay, it was part of the plot, because his words, not mine. He said that if we wanted the state of emergency to continue, I would have made it continue. So we all know the aberration. And that monies went under the drain, that they will couch it under emergency rule, and they can say it's for emergency expenditure. So it's all part of the joke we see in this country. I'm sorry, the state of emergency, when you look at it, it also benefited the same national State House of Assembly that said they want to probe somebody, because it was in favor of their faction, really, when you look at it. So there's nothing there. It's all part of the charade. You see, there are many smoke screens in Nigeria. People talk on the face of newspaper outlets or television and the likes, and say all sorts just to be able to get Nigerians excited. I'm sure the lawmakers probably heard the zeitgeist from people that say, we must probe the, Ibas administration, and they said, okay, let's just repeat that in the State House of Assembly to make people feel good. And they've repeated it now. Nothing is going to come out of it. It's part of the joke that happens in Nigeria. But I think the formative thing that is very sad about River State is that such an aberration occurred and the Supreme Court didn't deem it fit to hear it. People over the weekend have spoken up about it. I think the latest reaction is that of Chidi Odekalu. That was also berating the Supreme Court like we've called them out. The fact that things like this happen, in fact, even Femi Falana berated them over the weekend. That's such an important matter of national importance. The president declared a state of emergency at a time where visible to our eyes we didn't see any security threat, which we know was to settle scores, which a certain minister was beating his chest after the declaration of the state of emergency that he won in this political impasse. And the Supreme Court could not hear the case. But the same Supreme Court was quick to hear, in about a little over 2 months, the case of that same River State as it pertains to the local government elections, and they quickly gave a determination on it when it was in favor of a particular political side. So that's the sad part of the country, and we'll never stop talking about that, because you see, it will be said that we spoke up for our democracy, and we said it the way it had to be said. That's the part I will always say. We don't care whose ox is God. We don't care who's not going to feel happy we saying this. It has to be said because it's the truth, and the truth is always hard.